Hey guys, Yang here with another Godforge video for you, and today we're gonna talk about Guan, which is in my opinion the best starter hero in the game, and I want to do a complete guide on Guan so you can start with him, you will know what to do with him, you will know why he is the best starter in the entire game. Okay, so yeah, stay with me until the end. Without further ado, let's go to the video. Okay guys, I'm here in Raven Pyro's website, and this is a great website to see some stats on Guan. Okay, so Guan has for a rare, Guan has a good amount of attack, okay amount of HP, a bad defense, an okay speed, and a very good accuracy. Initiative is quite low as well, but I think for the most part he has okay stats. Okay, if we are comparing him to the other starters, for example, let's see here, Ramses has a little bit more attack, less HP, a little bit more defense. It has a little bit more speed, a little bit more initiative, and a little bit more accuracy. So in terms of stats, Ramses is pretty good, actually pretty much better than Guan. As from Lady Shock, Guan has a good chunk more in HP, since Guan has like 15k HP and Lady Shock only has 14. Also, Guan has a little bit more attack than Lady Shock. Lady Shock has a little bit more speed and a little bit more initiative and a little bit more accuracy, but less defense, even less defense than Guan. Okay, so I think Ramses is the best one in terms of stats, and Lady Shock and Guan is quite the same, with Guan having a little bit more attack and a little bit more HP, which is what really matters for us. Okay, so let's talk about his skills. Okay, so for his A1, his basic ability, he attacks one enemy if the target is under drain, then inflicts additional damage equal to 5% of the target's max HP. Okay, the way it is written here is very important, because as you can see, his max HP, first of all, it's not diminished by anything. Like the weapon that does damage based on max HP, it gets diminished if you're facing a boss. Here it doesn't, so it's 5% target max HP, and it is not affected by something like crit damage. Okay, so this is very important, because you will do a flat amount of damage when we are talking about this max HP here. So he hits with attack, 320% attack, and then if the target is under drain, he does this flat damage. Okay, keep this on your mind. We will talk about this later. The 320% attack is okay. We can compare this with Ramses as well. It's the same, and I don't think I have a Lady Shock here, so we cannot compare with her. I don't really care. Oh, I see, I got it in the website as well. It's 315, so Lady Shock, it's even a little bit worse. Okay, then for his core ability, he attacks all enemy with 20% additional chance to strong hit, and this is very cool. All the starters have this writing here, 25% chance, extra chance to do strong hit, and he has a chance 80% goes to 100 with books to place drain 2 on each targets for 2 turns. And drain is a very cool, very cool debuff. Damage attack from attacks increased by 20%, and the attacker heal by 20% of the damage from attacks. So this is very cool. It's straight up, it's an increase in damage. 20%. which for this game is really big. I mean, most imprints, most weapons, most passives do 10% extra damage, and this just does 20% which is really great. Also, it's a way for you to heal, and we know that healing, especially in the early game, is pretty rare. Okay, the multiplier here is very good as well, 420% attack. I think Ramses and Lady Shock are the same. Yeah, they are the same as I said. They all have a debuff, so this is the way the starter heroes work here. Okay, and for his ultimate, it costs 1000 divinity and attacks all enemies, then attack 2 random enemies. If an enemy is defeated, place initiative up on this hero for 2 turns. Okay, this is very cool as well. It has a 340% attack on all enemies, then he attacks 2 random enemies for an extra 140 attack. Okay, if we are talking Ramses has a 500 attack to all enemies. Of course, it's quite a bit better than Guan Yu, and for Lady Shock is a 530% attack. So as you can see, his ultimate is definitely the worst of the 3. Lady Shock has a place speed up instead of initiative up, and Ramses has a straight up turn meter boost. So yeah, his ultimate is definitely the worst of the 3. But remember, I always say that the best heroes in this game are the ones that have amazing ultimate, or they have amazing basic abilities. Okay, for the passive, it's the same for all the 3 starter heroes. They inflict 20% increased damage to enemies under the debuff that they have. Acid for Ramses and bleed for Lady Shock. So it's the same as all the others, but it is a good passive. I mean, you hit for way more because you're inflicting 20% extra here. If the target is under drain, you will inflict 20% extra here. You have 20% chance to strong hit. He hits very freaking hard, especially with his core ability, especially if the enemy has drain. So accuracy on him is pretty much a must, but he hits really hard. Okay, so now you might be thinking, okay, Yang, but you said he's the best starter hero, but until now he is the worst in stats and he has the worst ultimate. Yeah, that's true, but he has the best debuff and the best A1. So the way Guan Yu becomes the best starter hero in this game is because he's the only one that deals with bosses with ease. Okay, why? Because you will place drain on the enemy and you might think, okay, drain is cool, but it's not enough. Yes, it's not enough. But then you have the A1, and his A1, his basic ability, will heal by the damage he does. But he does damage based on the max HP of the enemy, so he always does a ton of damage against bosses. So Guan Yu is very cool to go against waves. I mean, Ramses and Lady Shock are a bit better to go against waves, especially because of their ult. But Guan Yu really shines against bosses. And I mean, I had a friend who managed to solo level 60 with a Guan Yu. Okay, and he was not even a really good Guan Yu, like ascended, awakened, and really good gear and stuff. No. It was just a basic Guan Yu with basic gear. He managed to like storm through this boss, and I will show you how in this video. Okay, so let's go through equipments. How do you equip your Guan Yu? Okay, the build for Guan Yu. Oh, and I like to see the differences here when we awaken him, because I have a 5-star awaken on Guan Yu. Okay, if the enemy is defeated, he places drain on another enemy, on the lowest HP enemy. That's okay, not that big of a thing. I think HU also heal this hero for the damage inflicted. This is very cool. It's a very cool addition. And for the ultimate, if an enemy is defeated, also reduce the cooldown of the core ability by 1 turn if you hit with the ultimate. Okay, so these are very nice ascensions. You can ascend him as soon as you get another Guan. There is no problem. You will be very happy because his abilities get very stronger. Okay, yeah, so how do you equip Guan on the early game? Okay, so early game, I always say you will equip him with whatever you have. Okay, the 2 most priority things for you to equip on Guan are speed boots. Okay, speed boots. If you get speed legs, you can go for speed legs as well, and you will have to go for crit rate gloves. Okay, because on the early game, he's probably your best damage dealing hero. So if you have him as your best damage dealing hero, you're probably using him to go through waves. So these are the 3 most important pieces to get: a speed boot, speed legs, and a crit rate gloves. If you, of course, on the early game, you will always put whatever you have on your account on the heroes, okay? And Guan will probably be one of your main heroes until you get your first legendary, until you get your first real nuker. I don't think that are a lot of AoE nukers in the epic category, so Guan will probably be there until you pull a legendary nuker. So yeah, the early game, you put whatever you have, and then when you start to get some gear, you can put either HP chest or attack chest on him. You can put crit damage pauldron, and you probably put a crit rate helmet as well, because you will sum the crit rate from your gloves with the crit rate on your helmet to go to 100% crit rate. And of course, you don't have to do this for bosses. We are talking waves here, okay? So when you go to the mid game, you can probably change either the boots or the legs for an attack boots or attack legs, okay? And you will focus on getting the other pieces to a good stat. So as I said before, you will aim to have a crit damage pauldron, and you aim to go crit rate helmet, crit rate gloves, and attack or HP chest. If you pull a good support, you will probably prefer to go attack chest and attack legs, or attack boots, and the other one is speed. I would, in the mid game, I would for sure aim to get like 140 to 150 speed if you can, and then the rest is damage on him. Of course, accuracy is quite important, but I don't think you should focus on accuracy for waves, because the debuff that you would land with your HU will land after you attack. So you attack all enemies, you have 25% additional chance to get a strong hit, and then it puts drain. So your damage from your passive, the damage that drain does, that is extra damage, will not count for this ability. And your ult is not that great, so you will probably be using 2 damage dealers. And of course, the other damage dealer can improve the damage if the enemies have drain, but this is not the main point. So I don't think you need to put accuracy on him for waves, okay? And for late game, of course, you will probably not use him, especially here on Alpha, because you will probably pull White Dragok, you will probably pull Zeus, you'll probably pull Dracula, Beowulf is very good, and other damage. Pengu is amazing, Ra is very good, and other damage dealing legendaries. So you will probably not be using your Guan. But if you want to use your Guan, I would suggest you go the damaging route. So you put attack and speed on the boots and the legs, 1 of each. You will search for the best crit rate on all the pieces, so you can dump your crit rate gloves for a crit damage gloves, the same as I'm doing here on my Zeus. So you pick a high crit rate glove, a high crit rate chest, high crit rate legs, boots, pauldron, everything. You put on your hero a crit rate helmet, like this, like I'm using on Zeus, and you will be able to get to 100% crit rate with a crit damage glove. This is quite hard, okay? And for endgame, if you're using him as a damage dealer on endgame, I suggest you use an attack chest, okay? I don't think, if you're using Guan Yu on endgame, I don't think you can use him on endgame and still be needing the survivability of an HP chest. If you do, I don't think you should be using him. Maybe you use another like more tanky damage dealer, or maybe you need better supports for your roster. So yeah, this is my approach, okay? For bosses, this all flip, okay? For bosses on the early, mid, and end game, you only need 3 things, okay? The highest speed as you can, a good amount of accuracy, and the highest HP as you can, okay? So you will probably be aiming early game for 50 to 80 accuracy, maybe 100 if you can, 120 for the mid game, and 150, 170 for the end game. As for speed, you will probably be aiming for like 130 to 140 for early game, 170 for mid game, and 200 for end game. And for HP, as high as you can. I don't think I will give you a number here, because you will probably be using like a speed boots and HP legs, HP chest, crit rate gloves, because there is no HP gloves. This is a very bad distribution. Or maybe you can use accuracy. Actually, use accuracy gloves. Then you can use HP pauldron. There are HP pauldrons. Yes, there are HP pauldrons, and you will probably be using an accuracy helmet as well. So HP boots or HP legs, speed boots or speed legs, depending on each other, HP chests, accuracy gloves and accuracy helmets, and HP pauldron, okay? If you think you are slow, you can go for both HP on the bottom pieces, okay? So this way you can solo most of the bosses. So Guan Yu is amazing for this, amazing. I mean, he hits like a truck against bosses, trust me. And let's talk a little bit about weapons here. So I really like Thunderbolt on him, because Thunderbolt hits for max HP as well. But I mean, not everyone will have a legendary weapon right at the start, okay? So I think the other good weapons on him, Sovnia is a very good weapon on him, because if we are thinking to use him against bosses, when you get attacked, you will gain 2% turn meter. I think this goes up to 10% when it's maxed level. So Sovnia is very good. So more turn meter is good, but because you can hit more often. And if you hit more often, you defeat your enemy more often. And also you be alive more often. So this is very good. Tepostopili. This is another good weapon. Increases the basic damage by 3%. As I said, his basic damage is very, very good. I don't know if this 3% actually affects the max HP part of his A1, but I think so. So this might be a good weapon. I would have to test it a little bit more. You can test this a little bit on your own, but I think this is a very good weapon for Guan Yu. Another good weapon is Khopesh. Khopesh is a good weapon because it ignores 5% resist. And as we can remember, you need accuracy against resistance to put your debuff, and your entire strategy kind of falls off if the debuff is not there. So ignoring resistance is pretty cool because you don't need that much accuracy. You can make him like tankier, or maybe you can put some crit rate on him so he does some damage on his A2 as well. things like this. So Khopesh is quite good. Okay guys, I just built my Guan Yu. He's actually 5-star, not even 6-star. I put in him some good gear. Don't get me wrong, this is really good gear. Not really good gear, it's good gear. Like speed, 3 stars, plus 16, legendary. We got the accuracy here. The rest is like quite useless. I got speed here because I was very low on speed, so speed here as well. With everything else, it's quite useless. Here I have an accuracy glove, very good actually accuracy glove. No speed, but defense is okay. The HP is okay. HP chest with speed. The rest is quite useless. HP pauldron, 2 stars only. And the rest is quite useless, other than the accuracy. And accuracy helmet with HP as well. And this Tepolstopili weapon, okay? So let's test him on this stage 60, and I want to test him. I think I'll bring me my White Dragok, because he is not built. I mean, he has a helmet and that's it. I need to go through the waves as well, so I need something here. I think I will put on him and probably this glove, so I get closer to the crit cap. And I think they both can get to the boss. I'll do it like this. I'll get to the boss and then I will go back to the video. Okay, we got to the boss. I needed to put Hell in the team. She's not really equipped. I actually don't even know what she has in terms of gear. I will try to hit. Look at, well, she is doing a good chunk of damage, so I think she has some gear, okay? But look at his damage, bro. This damage is insane. I know I'm on stage 60, and stage 60 might be too easy for this gear, but he doesn't have any damage dealing gear, and he's hitting super hard against the boss. I mean, the boss is super slow. I wish it killed Hell. Okay, you see the difference between when we have the drain and when we don't have the drain. So I will put the drain here again, and you can see the damage. He was hitting almost like Hell. So look at the damage now. It's like 4 times the damage when it has drain, and this is very, very cool. I think I would want to test it on stage 90 or the next stage that this boss appear. But I mean, the bad part is if I can get through the waves and not die to the boss, and not die in the waves, and not bring like a insane roster to kill the boss. But that's it. You can see that Guan Yu is amazing against bosses, and this is the difference. I think the other starters are very cool as well, but Guan Yu is insane because he is amazing against bosses, and he does well against waves. He is not as great as the other two, but he does super well against waves. Now he's hitting like an idiot with his ultimate and other stuff, but you can see here he is quite good on HP. I don't know why he's not healing. I think this is a bug. He should be healing here. Okay, I don't understand why he didn't heal, but this is a bug for sure, because the enemy had drain and we are hitting the enemy. So yeah, this is definitely a bug. But I think the test is a good test. I think you guys got the message. Use Guan Yu, start with Guan Yu and build Guan Yu as I told you. Okay, so guys, if you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. If you like the video, don't forget to like, and don't forget to subscribe. I will be posting a lot more about Godforge in the future. Okay, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.